Hello everyone, my name's Ali and today I have an awesome new video for you guys, a brand new map, Sanctuary. I managed to get a MOAB on it the day it came out in fact, and this is going to be some tips and tricks. The class I'm using is on screen here, and as you can see there's many long corridors and long lines of sights, and the ACR works perfectly on this map for combating all of the situations you may get into when coming across groups of enemies. So to start off with, the ACR class I'm using here is probably the best class you're going to be using because of the fact that you're running into all these different situations and the fact that it has very low recoil. The iron sights are really good, so you don't need something on it like the red dot sight. Personally, I just prefer the silencer and kick to ironically kickstart my first seven kills, so I can get the all pro bonus with all the perks and proficiencies on my gun as soon as possible. But what I wanted to do here is actually break down the map into different sections so you guys have a better idea in your head when you're playing this map what's going to be happening and where you should be looking out and checking all the corners for, so you know what's happening. So the first spots I'm going to show you guys is going to be 4 dots on the screen here, and the 2 red dots are actually the key areas where a lot of the action is going to be happening. You want to be making sure that in the back of your mind those 2 spots are always areas you're sort of looking out for and making sure that if your teammates aren't there, then there's probably going to be an enemy there. The other 2 blue dots are actually the places where I've just got a kill from, are going to be the spots where if the enemy's being pushed outside, then those 2 areas are going to be good spots to look at. They've got a lot of cover in that area as well, especially using the bridge here, and it's hard to hit them if only their head is showing, so it's an area you want to have in the back of your mind and make sure that you're ready for any gunfights that may be happening over there. Now the main spot of the map you want to be controlling is this centre bit of the map. If you have control of the centre bit of the map, then that will lead on to the next thing here, which is basically the enemies spawning outside around the edges. Now, normally I'd always recommend sticking to the edges of a map, but in fact this map you want to be doing the complete opposite, controlling the middle and letting the enemies be out the outside. They'll have a disadvantage, you'll be able to pick them off, and gaining control means that you can sort of flip the spawns around. Checking the left and right hand side of the map will mean that you're in control, you know what's happening, and it's going to be a lot easier getting that MOAB or just generally playing better on this brand new map. Now, if you haven't checked out my first gameplay on these maps, there's actually Foundation and Sanctuary, then definitely check those out as well, so you get an idea of my thoughts of both new maps when I first played it, because Sanctuary is a really good map in general, and once I got the MOAB on it I was super happy. Now as you can see here, they've been pushed out to the spawn just in front of me over the other side of the map, and that means they're on the outside. My team's dominating the middle section of the map, meaning it's nice and easy for me to basically have an idea in my head as where the enemies are going to be. I'm moving around a little bit here, trying to find the enemies, and essentially where your team is, the enemies won't be, or won't be spawning basically. And these long corridors down the middle here and out to the side are perfect for the ACR, and is the main reason why I chose it. If you're going to be using an SMG, then you know that's a preference you may want to be making, but you've got to realise that you're not going to be able to pick off those guys at the edges of the map quite as easily, because there are actually a lot of deceivingly long lines of sight on this map. Compared to Foundation, this map is fairly small in a way, but definitely sticking to an assault rifle will help you out the most. Now the MOAB of course is a 25 point streak, but if you've got Specialist on, it will kick in with Hardline and make it just a 24 point streak. But once you get all of the proficiencies and all of the perks, the ACR just becomes a complete beast. I hadn't actually used it for going for MOABs that often before this point, but it made me realise why so many people do use the ACR when it comes to getting MOAB with specialist bonuses, because it's so awesome. Now I was lucky enough to be playing with a few guys from the Ali clan, and they were helping me out. One of them was using the support package. I didn't actually ask him to do that, but he must have realised what was going on and quickly switched out for me. And having that ballistic vest can definitely help you out on those odd gunfights where it's not on your best terms and you're running into a gunfight and you're finding yourself with the enemy shooting at you first. It can give you just that extra split second to really help you out. And if you're going to be going for a MOAB, especially on new maps like this, then having probably 2 or 3 maximum friends in a party playing with you on a team is going to be best. If you've got a full party, unless they're, you know, happy to, as you see there, the ballistic vest basically saved me as I managed to get out of that gunfight without being killed. But if you've got around 2 or 3 teammates on your team, it can really help you out without them taking all of the kills. If you're going to be playing in a full party and you want to go for a MOAB, you can't have the rest of your team all trying to get kills and be the guys with the best score in the game, because it's not just going to work out very well, and it's just going to be a mess of everyone trying to get the best scores on the map. Now, as you know, the action around this middle section here is important, and if you do happen to clip someone with a few bullets just as they run around a corner, be very, very wary when you follow them up and turn around that corner. If you do follow them up, don't sprint around the corner, make sure you're taking it slowly. If you want to have your gun sights up as you turn around the corner as well. And this section I'm in now, enemies love to camp just to the right, lying on the floor either with a sniper rifle or something similar to my gun, an assault rifle, and just stare down that corridor. And if you see someone there, make sure you're tap firing to reduce the recoil as much as possible. And if you find yourself losing the gunfight and you just can't get enough bullets onto the enemy, just back out, move out the way, go to the left or right and take cover behind the wall, and make sure that we're winning all the gunfights. And denied kill, I realise that the enemy must be behind me, I turn around, shoot him and get the MOAB. I have an awesome request for you guys. If we can hit 7,500 likes on this video, which I know we can easily do, but if we hit it super quick, then what I'll do for you guys is go for a MOAB on the other map, Foundation. Now, if you watched my initial video on Foundation, you know I didn't like the map at all, but I've got a few really cool tips for you guys to make you live longer, enjoy the map more, and if we can get 7,500 likes on this video, I'll get a MOAB on that other map as well, and I'll bring you tips for Foundation, and that would be amazing. I really appreciate it if you are one of the guys that liked the video. Thank you very much. I have a few more tips for the rest of this video. Quick Draw Pro and Marksman work really well on the ACR for getting your initial 8-point streak and getting that all-pro bonus. Being as comfortable as possible with the perks that you initially have is really, really important. The final few kills of the match here are coming up, and I must thank you very much for watching. Just as my streak ends here, I go on a 30 gun streak in the end, so I don't die straight afterwards, and the final kill of the match is with my C4. I go 40 and 4. I'll be covering the C4 in a future video, in fact, because that piece of equipment is actually really awesome. Some of you guys may not know that, but on screen here are the 2 initial videos of both the new maps. Feel free to click on screen with annotations turned on to watch them both. My Twitter name is on screen here as well, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe for the MOAB Foundation video, which will be coming up shortly. I'm sure you guys can hit 7,500 likes. I believe in you guys, I know we can do it, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. More Black Ops 2 news will be coming out very, very shortly, and survival mode for both of the new maps, so look forward to that. I appreciate the fact that you guys watched right until the end. You guys are the best, and I'll see you on my next video.